welcome to Good and Happy News TV, where we are making a deliberate effort to sift through the clutter and bring you just the good news, the happy news, nice heartwarming happenings from Kenya and around the world. Now, it's been a minute since I wore a suit and a tie to bring you news. Well, this is me around 2006 at Kenya Broadcasting Corporation, that is KBC. So I'm back in a suit and a tie. Thank you to technology. A big thank you to my good old phone, a desk, a bedroom for a studio, and video editing apps that I barely understand how to use. And also, what will I do with all this quarantine time? So yeah. And just in case it looks like one of my eye is looking at you and the other looking at your ceiling, it's because I'm using a homemade auto cue, or if you like, a teleprompter, if you like, until when I will be able to afford a professional one. All right, let's get on with it. Now, I'm on a mission, and that mission is to hopefully put a smile on your face as I share with you good and happy news and stories that the world has to offer amidst these unprecedented, mind-boggling, life-changing times we are facing globally. And who do we blame for all this? This guy. So, ahead on Good and Happy News TV, Health CS Mutahi Kagwe gets a hero's recognition by international media. Men find creative ways to kill time during quarantine. Football star Lionel Messi agrees to a 70% pay cut. And our favorite story of the week, local ordinary citizens come together for the sake of those in dire need. Welcome to Good and Happy News TV. Now, when the quarantine was announced here in Kenya, a lot of us men were caught between a rock and a hard place. We have never experienced anything like this before, so many of us came up with ingenious ways to keep busy, and some even rekindling games that they played 25 to 30 years ago, and some even opted to dance with their own reflections on the mirror.
I'm a dipla upside down, oh fish, and the fish, and the upside down, oh fish, and the fish, and the upside, oh tilama dipla upside down, oh tilama dipla upside down.
Health Cabinet Secretary Mutahi Kagwe has earned international recognition after the New York-based publication Wall Street Journal recognized him as a hero in the fight against COVID-19. In a weekend article of the Wall Street Journal, CS Kagwe is defined as one of the best handlers of the pandemic in the world, ranked among few other leaders from around the world, among them a doctor from South Korea and another from the UK. The media outlet stated that they had risen from the shadows to take control of a pandemic. The news outlet further describes Kagwe as a leader whose character and personality was built for the health ministry and the fight against COVID-19, adding that he projected calm, emphasizes evidence, and urges Kenyans to face the facts. CS, well done, CS, well done. Interesting times we are in. This must have been music to the ears of many tenants after the Landlords Association of Kenya had a press briefing this week where they called upon landlords across the country to offer their tenants rent waivers for the months of April, May and June. In addition, they requested the government to order a 6-month moratorium on bank loans currently being serviced by landlords. Let's have a look at this report filed by KBC.
There should be a waiver for rents for the months of April, May, and June, so that this common wananchi can actually work on putting food on the table.
Latak also urging the government to order all financial institutions to consider a 6 to 12 months moratorium to all landlords servicing loans.
The government should come out and give them a 6 months moratorium so that at least they can have that humble time also to put food on the table. Now that they're not going to get the income for the month of April, May, and June.
Now, two Kenyan innovators, Samuel Cairo and Karaoke Kamau Karaoke, have built an affordable ventilator prototype that can help cater for COVID-19 patients. Ventilators are a critical equipment in saving the lives of people infected with the coronavirus, particularly those who are in the advanced stages of infection. A ventilator is a machine that takes over a person's breathing when his or her lungs have failed due to a disease. The Kenyan duo and innovators aim to build 100 ventilators within a few days or a week by leveraging on technology.
I've assembled the first prototype ventilator made from an ammo bag. As you can see here, it is operated by a DC battery, 12 volts, and a wiper motor. The volume of air is stable, and the motor can be regulated. You can increase speed as you wish. This is a 3-speed motor. You can increase. You can also put a timer, which you can an intermittent timer, so that you can have a delay period between breath. We are trying to mimic the human lungs, but it's yet to be approved by a medical technician, or rather a doctor.
So with this prototype, I think we can now go high-tech because we have already understood the concept, and hope this thing will be able to help save Kenyans' lives. That's all for now.
And our West African brothers have not been left behind when it comes to innovation. Now, a Ghanaian has come up with a mobile solar hand-washing machine with inbuilt sensors for automation. Very innovative, I must say. A hand-washing system made from a barrel powered by solar to help curb spread of coronavirus. Amazing. Let's have a look.
This is the sensor. So as the one pushes the sensor, the soap comes. So this is the soap, the soapy water. We've programmed it for 25 seconds, so you'll be able to wash your hand very well. You see? So you wash your hand very, very well. And we've given you an alarm system. That will prompt you that the system is still working. As soon as the alarm goes off, the water follows. Yeah. So this is how it is done. So the water comes and you wash your hand very well. See. So we've given you 2-in-1. The same system carries the soapy water through the same tap, and the same system also gives you the ordinary water to wash off the soapy water. 25 seconds.
There is a Kenyan billionaire and businessman who pledged to donate oxygen worth 100 million shillings and declared that he's even willing to sell all his assets and donate the cash towards the fight against COVID-19 here in Kenya. Narendra Raval, who is also the chairman of Defki Steel Mills, pledged to donate the oxygen to be used in government hospitals to battle the fast-spreading coronavirus. He is also quoted saying that if need arises, he is ready to pledge all his assets to save Kenya from the COVID-19 devil. Those who know the billionaire say that his philanthropy is always beyond measure for those who always needed help. from him. Now, could these two men from the Maasai community be the new sheriffs in town, going the extra mile enforcing measures given to contain the coronavirus? Now, videos of these two emerged online as they went about reminding Kenyans to adhere to the government directives. Well, their methods are crude, but I'm sure the message and intentions were loud and clear. Let's have a look. And now, crossing the borders, wash your hands, practice social distancing, and stay at home. This is the new norm now, and we all have to do our part in breaking the chain of infection for the deadly COVID-19 disease, or coronavirus if you like. Speaking of doing our part, some people have found ingenious ways of keeping the coronavirus at bay. Now, to protect residents from touching possibly contaminated lift buttons, someone has come up with an interesting solution involving toothpicks. Now, this comes at a time when the government and authorities have their hands full with controlling this pandemic from spreading further. It is so refreshing to see that some of you out there are taking proactive measures in ensuring that everyone is indeed protected. And as the world scrambles for face masks, a young lady in the USA, Ashley Lawrence, saw an unmet need. The senior studying education for the deaf and hard of hearing at Eastern Kentucky University said the opportunity was there to help the community with masks that uniquely address their needs. The deaf and hard of hearing need masks with plastic inserts that allow them to see more of each other's faces. Seeing the need, Lawrence decided to start producing them herself, along with some help from her mom.
We're trying different things too for people with cochlear implants and hearing aids. If they can't wrap around the ears, we're making some that have around the head and around the neck too.
Coming up with some good heartwarming stories, soccer star Lionel Messi and his Barcelona teammates agreed to a 70% pay cut amid the coronavirus pandemic. Messi also made an undisclosed financial contribution so that no Barcelona worker will have their wages docked, with soccer suspended in the country because of Spain's state of emergency in place since March the 12th. Messi said in a statement posted to social media this week, speaking on behalf of Barcelona's first-team players, that previous reports about team members rejecting the club's proposal for salary cuts were misconstrued. According to ESPN, an agreement has been reached between the players and the club, affecting the men's first team and all professional teams, including basketball. Barcelona, like many other football clubs around the world, are suffering a huge financial crisis as a result of the pandemic. Now, and my favorite story of the week is about us Kenyans and how resilient and resourceful we are as a people when it calls for us to give a hand to the less fortunate. So, a bunch of very kind Kenyans who, after the emergence of the coronavirus, they turned their thoughts to the many families and individuals who will be affected by this pandemic and will be hardest hit. The initiative is called Share a Care Pack and is being led by Pastor Mweni Wambua. Please visit her page or their page on Facebook, that is Share a Care Pack, and see what they have been able to do in a matter of days. Also share words of encouragement to them and support that they need. They definitely need it. Let's have a listen to Pastor Mweni and what they are all about.
This poster was actually initiated by a Facebook post I made on the Sunday, the 15th of March, after the first corona case was identified in Kenya. And my question was to the church as the body of Christ. I am a Christian, I am a pastor, and I am a therapist. And so my question was, what can we do? We have seen other countries go into lockdown. So what does that mean for us? We have families that people earn a daily living, where if you do not work today, you will not have food. For quarantine will mean life and death for this family. This is who we are. This is what we are doing. And as you can see, we are legit. Our process is open to transparency. Feel free to come. Feel free to contact us. Log in on our page. We have a Facebook page. Find us on Twitter. We are going to be able to share a care plan with the needy in our community at all costs. Thank you very much.
Great. What a great story. Now, if you have some good news to share, please like Good and Happy News TV page on Facebook and share with us. Let's follow the instructions from the government and the authorities. Stay at home, wash your hands, and keep social distancing. Also for your mental health, which is very dear and very personal to me, this is very important. I urge you to take care of your mental health the same way you're taking care of your physical health. There's already concern of how all this self-isolation will impact us, especially the longer it goes on. Here are some coping tips. Set a limit on social media. There's so much information bombarding us every day and night, but just set a limit on what you are consuming online. Stay active. Connect with loved ones who may be experiencing stress at this time. Set up buddy groups. Set up these buddy groups with families or friends and regularly check in with people, and either online or by just phoning, which can offer support to anyone struggling or reaching out to others if you need to. Be kind to yourself. If you don't feel up to doing anything, that's fine too. It's important to be kind to yourself and recognize when you need a break. And if it all gets overwhelming or out of hand, get professional help. And I've got a solution for you. Kenya Red Cross is one of the many organizations that's focusing on helping with the mental health side of things during this pandemic here in Kenya. And they are offering free counseling. Just call them on 1199, that is 1199, for any necessary referral and psychosocial support. And that's it for this first edition of the Good and Happy News TV. I'm not sure even how this will work, but I will do my best to round up more good news and good stories and share. Remember to like Good and Happy News TV on Facebook and share all this good and happy news that you may come across. All right, see you. Bye.